I'm Jake Wood, and welcome to Shreveport Aquarium's Backyard Bayou. This edition, we're taking you here to Shreveport Aquarium, and we're going to take you along on a journey that some of our fish took all the way from the middle of the Florida Keys right after Hurricane Irma, all the way up here to Shreveport, Louisiana. We've got to rewind about 3 weeks to show you where our trip began on our way to Florida. So certainly an aquarium's no aquarium without the fish, and that's one thing that we're doing right now. Myself and our Director of Husbandry Operations for Planet Aqua Group, Chris Spalding, we're taking this big truck you just saw all the way down to Marathon Key, Florida. And a normal car, that's about 20 hours. In this big behemoth, we're looking at about a day of driving each way. And to keep those fish safe and alive all the way from Florida to Shreveport, we've got some special equipment inside the truck. I've got Chris in here. He's working on the final preps for us to get on the road. Chris, tell us what we have in here.
Hey, so what we've got here is just basically a simple tank that is a plastic tank that holds, I don't know, 300-400 gallons of water for the fish to travel back in, connected to some simple filtration. We've got a pump that operates on some 12-volt boat batteries right here. And of course, we wouldn't travel a long distance like that carrying live animals without some oxygen to provide the fish to keep them healthy and safe all the way back.
1,235 miles starts right now. One of the more unfortunate but awe-inspiring parts of this trip is going through the Keys to see the destruction in the wake of Hurricane Irma. But even more impressive, the resilience of the residents of the Keys and the cleanup efforts that have happened only just a week after the hurricane made landfall. Gone past almost 2 weeks since you saw us left. This is our final shipment that we brought in. These things had to get loaded onto airplanes. This is our shark transport tank. It's come all the way to Shreveport. Well, to Dallas, we had to take it from Dallas to Shreveport by way of Australia. We have some great reef sharks in here you'll see inside of our ocean tank. So we'll let you see those guys soon. So these are all of the boxes that just came off of the truck. We're opening all the boxes. We're making sure that everyone's accounted for. We've got our attendee list, and we want to make sure that everybody's here at the party. So we're going through all of the boxes in sequence to make sure that everyone made it here safe and sound. Then they'll begin their acclimation process, where we start to introduce them to the water that they'll find in their new homes. And once everything balances out, then they'll get to go see their friends in their brand new tanks. As you can tell, we got a lot of work to get done, so we've got to get these guys acclimated to their tanks, so we'll see you guys soon. Now that all the fish are ready, come on inside, let's take a look at them. So we're about to hang out with some guys that really everybody wants to know, and I'm kind of super excited to be able to go behind the scenes with them today. The first one that we're going to meet is the Big Cheese, the head guy. He's paid to look at fish for a living. This is Nate Carpenter. Nate's the curator for Shreveport Aquarium, and we caught him right in the middle of, I like to call it fish looking, but you have a scientific name for it?
Well, I don't know about scientific, but it's called a basic health check.
Basic health check. I'm going to be basic health checking fish all day.
Well, after we do the basic health check, then we're going to do a life support check.
Okay.
And basically, these fish don't have the ability to survive without the life support. And so it's very important that it's all running properly.
The life support system is the backbone of the Shreveport Aquarium. All of the tropical systems, with the exception of just a few, run through that system. Now it's not only just a few filters, there's an entire network of filters, sterilizers, protein skimmers, everything that takes the stuff that shouldn't be in the water and takes it out to keep these delicate saltwater fish alive. Nate, quick question for you. What does the big red button do and cannot do?
So the big red button is the emergency shut off, and I will strangle you.
So we better not touch the big red button. So as beautiful as these guys are, they pack quite a punch. Right above the top of these guys is a row of hypodermic needles full of venom that won't kill you, but I can guarantee it'll make you wish that you were dead. They're absolutely gorgeous, and one of the reasons why this tank has a plate of glass going right through the center of it, you can see these guys are very interested in the fish that are on the other side, and that exactly illustrates what this tank is about. The lionfish is incredibly invasive, one of the worst invasive species to hit our part of the world in recorded history. Welcome to my new happy place. This is the area above all of the large concrete tanks. The area above the Wow Gallery is where we're at right now. Part of the health and habitat systems for the fish here at the aquarium is a series of lights that are over every tank. And what these lights do, they help simulate daytime and nighttime to keep these guys on their own natural rhythms. Right now I'm standing on the edge of the med pool, and this is the behind the scenes pool. It acts sort of as a penalty box, if you will, for animals that might not play well with others, animals that might be sick, animals that we might stress out too much by picking them up completely out of the water and bringing them into our back of house husbandry area.
So as you said, this acts kind of like a penalty box, or another way to think of it is a hospital room for sick fish. So right now we have two residents in this particular medical pool. We have our juvenile zebra shark and we have a white spotted filefish. Now both of these animals are currently here for the same reason. We're worried about their diet. The juvenile zebra shark, we're worried about his diet simply because he's a juvenile and we can't feed him enough. So if he's in the big exhibit with everything else, then getting food to him can be very difficult.
So it's just like any other teenager. You just pile food into them until they just quit eating.
To a certain degree, that's true. There is a point at which you fed too much food, and we don't want to reach that point. However, he is a growing shark. He's currently about 2.5 feet long. He will get to be about 6 feet long. So since he is new, and we have not really established a baseline with him in terms of how much he should be eating and how often, we've got him isolated where we can easily work with him.
We're going to show you some of his really, really big roommates just on the other side of the tank a little bit later, because I hear we're going to come back and there's some shark feedings. This is the part of the visit that I've been dreading. The fun part of feeding includes the not so fun part of food prep. I'm going to give you to Kayla, and I'm going to get out of here for a second. Kayla's going to tell you what she's doing.
Hey guys, so today we're prepping food for our gray reef sharks, so the big guys in the ocean tank. They're going to get a variety of things. We're going to give them a couple of slices of blue runner. They really like that, so we want to have something that we'll know that they'll eat. We also have some herring and bonito in here to see if they want some of that. These guys are pretty new to the aquarium, so right now we're offering them a variety of things just to kind of get a feel for what they like to eat and what they don't like to eat. All of our fish here are going to get a variety of seafood all the time. So throughout the week we have a schedule of things that we'll pull. We'll pull squid one day and mackerel one day, herring, all of the things that we have. It's all restaurant quality seafood, so they eat really well here. They eat better than I do. And we do that to make sure that they get all of the nutrients that they need. So in the wild they would eat whatever they could find. So what we have here is some live brine shrimp. These guys are for our finicky eaters, so our pipefish who have really little mouths, and our shrimpfish. They're members of the cygnathlid family, which means that they have fused jaws. So unlike our bigger fish that can take lots of bites of things, these guys have to eat everything whole, which is why they have these really tiny food items.
So what looks like a snowstorm inside of the tank right now is actually those brine shrimp that we just showed you in the cup. So they're swimming around for the guys with the little mouths to have breakfast. Kids, let this be an important reminder. Even the fish had to eat their vegetables. Oh, he's getting after it. This is one of my favorite parts of the day here at Shreveport Aquarium. It is shark feeding time. And who doesn't like to see a shark eat? It's like Shark Week every day here. So these guys are swimming around in this large ocean tank right now in what's known as their swimming pattern. And it really is the perimeter that they swim all the way around. So we've got one of our guys up top putting some fish in their swimming pattern. Let's take a look at these guys getting their snack for the afternoon. We're going to catch up with Planet Aqua Group's Director of Husbandry Operations, Chris Spalding. Chris is the one ringing the dinner bell right now. Let's take a look and see what he's up to.
Well, today we're feeding kind of a variety. We're always trying to offer a little variety so it doesn't get boring for them. A little bit of bonito, which is a type of tuna. Blue runner, which is another type of bait fish, basically. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? You like a bite?
We've already been through the food prep thing.
Okay.
Still recovering from that. So what Chris is doing right now is he's putting in a special shark vitamin. Just like us, they need to have their essential vitamins and nutrients, and they get their one a day as well. So we want to make sure that both of these gray reef sharks get their daily vitamin, and we're going to do that by hiding it in a piece of fish. So this guy right now, taking his medicine. One thing people always ask is, in a simulated ocean environment, do the sharks ever eat their roommates? And the answer is, yeah, sometimes. But what we do is we make sure that they're not hungry, where their roommates don't look too appetizing. So we'll feed these guys on a regular basis. They'll expect the food to come from us instead of having to pick it off of the next door neighbor. What time did this guy schedule his dentist appointment? 2:30. This is one of our cow nose rays. These are the rays that took the trip with us all the way from Marathon, Florida up here to the Shreveport Aquarium. They're happy and healthy in their new environments. They're going to be part of the Contact Cove touch experience. So you'll actually be able to touch these guys. And I hear that you'll be able to take part in the feeding process as well. This is our reticulated whiptail ray. These guys came on the shipment from Australia, and I think we're feeding them shrimp right now. So since they're Australian, we can say, let's put another shrimp on the barbie. Don't eat the GoPro. The craziest things about the Shreveport Aquarium's construction plan was it originally did not include the iconic dome. And as part of the downtown Shreveport cityscape, we knew it had to be included. So what you'll see inside the dome is a tribute to our corner of the state. It's our dome on the bayou, where you can learn about all of the flora, fauna, and fish that live right here in Northwest Louisiana. Welcome to SALT, the riverfront restaurant right here at the Shreveport Aquarium. SALT stands for sea, air, land, and time. All critical components to every dish that we have right here on the menu. It's important to us to have sustainable and local items on the menu to show you what the farmers, the fishermen, and the families behind the food right here put on our plates for us to enjoy, and really what you can make with these excellent building blocks that you can find just over at the neighbor's house. We've got dishes here with influences from all over the world. So while we may be new American, you can expect a taste of the entire globe. So there you have it, Shreveport Aquarium, just about open. Tickets are on sale now on ShreveportAquarium.com. We want you to come see us. So much fun bringing you guys behind the scenes to take a look at everything that's been going on here, even taking you down on the trip with us down to Florida. We can't wait to see you on the next edition. We were able to bring it to the front yard here for Backyard Bayou. We'll be back out and about, and we can't wait for you to join us then. This is a little high. Should I finish climbing it now or later?
Yeah.